Now, if you're a parent of a grade 1 or 8 pupil, you might want to listen to this next interview. The Gauteng Education Department says the online admission system will close at midnight tomorrow. Let's get more details now. Matome Chiloane is the Gauteng MEC for Education. Thank you so much for your time this evening. So far, how many applications have you received? MEC, I think you are on mute.
Thank you. I was mute. Good evening, as I was saying earlier. Good evening to your viewers. We're sitting at 724,000 applications for both grades, with about 410 or so for grade 8, and then the rest for grade 1.
Mm-hmm. And pardon me, would you say though with those applications the documents have all been submitted?
Yes, these are applications that parents were able to submit all the documents, and all the documents have been verified and they are concluded. So tomorrow is the closing date, as you had said earlier, midnight. After midnight, they will have 7 days, those who would have registered their children before midnight, to submit their outstanding documents, which will be up to the 28th of July. After that, we're closing tomorrow for application, but 7 days for, I need to clarify those two, 7 days for you to submit documents if parents would be applying tomorrow.
So MEC, continue, pardon me.
Okay. Yeah, so this number, it's learners that will be prioritized. So this is the cohort of numbers that we are going to be dealing with to prioritize for placement.
So MEC, let's then help a parent who's wondering what kind of documents are these that we are talking about.
Yeah. Okay. We just want the 4 sets of documents in the main. We want your home address for the feeder zone, as I've spoken about earlier. Obviously, the details of the parent are important. So the key document is the address, because that's where most parents really strike, the proof of address. And that's why most of the learners don't get approved in terms of being verified, because they submit utility bills of a friend or family member or colleague, whoever, but they are unable to verify that the child stays there, because of preferences of certain schools. That's why some schools have got such a high number of applications, because those parents were able to put those particular documents. So that's what we really look for in the main, the location of the child, the details of the child, the grade 7 report, and the birth certificate. So those are the documents that we are talking about generally.
So what happens then? What happens then if a parent gets feedback from yourselves and they're not happy with the allocation? Is there any kind of system that takes place or process then? Firstly, there are 2 reasons. There are two ways that we apply. The first one is that we advise parents to choose up to 5 schools. The system gives you an option, and to us, you are saying to us that if it's 5 schools that you have chosen as a parent, you are telling us that any of these schools, you are more than happy that you can place your child. But sometimes parents become malicious, compliant. So, they want the first school, and then you place the child in the second or third or fourth school, and then they appeal. They say, but we can't. But in that case, your appeal will not be accepted, because these are the schools that you have chosen yourself as a parent. However, the only ones, and this set of numbers, cohort that we have here, those parents, if we place their children outside the schools that they applied for, that's when they have that right of appeal. Then we look at a number of various factors as to, to check the appeal. I mean, sometimes you find that the system can, maybe the parent the child has a sibling in the school, and there might have been an oversight of that aspect. And we look at those things.
Yeah.
So all appeals are looked at individually, and we do apply our minds, and then we look into how we can best come into a situation where both the department and the parent are able to be comfortable with with the conclusion of that process. So there is that appeal, but you only appeal if we've not placed your child in the schools that you have not chosen.
All right.
That's when you have the right of appeal.
Okay, MEC, thank you so much for this update. And let's see then when the 28th comes, if everything will be in, and then you can start processing those applications and see where everything is. But important to note, the system closes for applications tomorrow at midnight. And then on the 28th, it is the deadline for all the documents, the supporting documents that would be accompanying the applications. Let me thank you for your time, MEC for Education in the Gauteng province, Matome Chiloane.